Yes, the U.S. has begun, or is in the process of beginning, a naval blockade targeting Iranian ports and maritime traffic in and around the Strait of Hormuz as of April 13, 2026. Current status: U.S. Central Command announced it would enforce a blockade of all Iranian ports in the Arabian Gulf and Gulf of Oman starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, April 13, 2026, which has now passed or is actively underway depending on exact timing. The measure focuses on blocking ships entering or leaving Iranian ports, while explicitly not impeding vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz to from non-Iranian ports, to avoid a full closure of the strait, which handles 20% of global oil trade. This follows the collapse of high-stakes U.S.-Iran peace talks in Islamabad, Pakistan, over the weekend. The talks involving Vice President J.D. Vance failed primarily over Iran's nuclear program and other demands. The action is framed as part of maximum pressure to cut off Iran's oil exports and force concessions amid an ongoing fragile ceasefire and prior military strikes on Iran. What Trump has said: Trump announced and justified the move publicly, primarily via Truth Social and interviews. He stated the U.S. Navy would begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz, effective immediately. Later clarified to start Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We have a blockade going into effect. That'll be 10 o'clock tomorrow. Other nations are working so that Iran will not be able to sell oil. He accused Iran of extortion, referring to alleged tolls, mining disrupting shipping, and said the U.S. would clear mines and enforce the blockade impartially against vessels from all nations involved with Iran. Warning to Iran: if any remaining Iranian fast attack ships approach the blockade, they will be immediately eliminated, using tactics similar to those against drug smuggling boats at sea. He claimed Iran's navy has been completely obliterated, 158 vessels eliminated. On the talks' failure, Iran is unwilling to give up its nuclear ambitions. He added he doesn't care if they return to negotiations. In a Fox News appearance, he described it as all in and all out, no partial access, and suggested it could take a little while, but it'll be effective pretty soon, with potential NATO help, AGUK. Trump has positioned this as a response to Iran's actions and a way to restore free navigation while pressuring Tehran economically and militarily. Context and risks: Iran's response called it piracy and active aggression, threatened retaliation and a forceful response. They claim the right to self-defense. Broader impacts: oil prices have surged, over $100, 103 barrel in reports. Shipping has slowed, with some tankers diverting. It risks escalation with countries like China, a major buyer of Iranian oil, or widening the conflict. This builds on prior U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran and a recent shaky ceasefire. The situation is fast-moving and tense, with potential for further diplomatic or military developments.